The DataPak Flow Wrangler controller is a simple automated fuel management system designed to allow businesses to more effectively manage fueling on site. User-friendly in the field for your drivers, user-friendly in the office because we use Excel to process our data. This system here with the keypad gives businesses the option of issuing a fuel key or going keyless. If they're going keyless, then they would use the software that we provide to assign their employee IDs and a PIN number for each driver. In a key mode, where the driver would walk up, put his key on the probe, reads his key, automatically loads that information in. Now it's prompting for PIN. And the driver enters his PIN information and then the equipment information. In this case, we're prompting for VIN. Enter that information. If everything is correct, press enter, and we begin fueling. When the probe is flashing, that means you have power to the pump. If we don't start pumping in a preset time limit determined by management, then the probe will stop flashing and the pump is turned off. This is a fail-safe for business so that someone doesn't leave a pump live for anyone to come up and start fueling. Now, in keyless mode, business has the option of having, and it'll work in both. You can have some drivers using a fuel key, where some drivers would just enter their employee number and PIN. If I wanted to activate this pump, the driver would simply walk up to the controller, press enter to start the transaction. It prompts him for what piece of equipment. Then it's going to want to know who I am. Wants my PIN number for verification. If everything's good, I press enter, and I can start fueling without a fuel key. By going keyless, it's a lot less effort for management because you don't have to go retrieve your fuel key or have a driver show up not having a key in order to do business. He can get his fuel because as long as he can remember his employee ID and his PIN, he's valid. All right, we talked about the start timer as far as having so many seconds or minutes to start fueling. But it also has what we call nozzle timeout. After your driver has stopped fueling, then our system starts counting. And after so many seconds, and again determined by management, it's going to terminate power to that pump so that someone else cannot come up and start using his pump. At the retail sites, you can come back 10 minutes later and top off your tank. With the Flow Wrangler controller, as soon as it sees fuel stop flowing, it starts counting. And once it reaches that number determined by management, it will kill power to the pump. In order to collect your records, your fueling transactions from the DataPak Flow Wrangler, you would simply take your retriever key and place it on the probe. This key has a special code in it that tells the Flow Wrangler to download the most recent 500 records into the key. Simply place the key on the probe. The status light above the probe will go solid as it's transferring records into the flash drive. When it's finished, you will see a flash. Remove the key and you will have 3 slow flashes from the status light. That indicates that all data has been transferred to the key. Okay, after we've collected data on the retriever key, we bring our key inside where we connect it to the key reader, which is attached by a USB device to our computer. At that point, we open up our software. We get our DP100 System Manager. Click on the icon. We have data. Key holds over 500 records that are readily available for viewing or importing using an Excel program. In this case, we're just using a simple macro to read our data. And now we have usable information that we can export into other operating systems as long as it can read Excel.